Good evening, film fans, or good day, or whenever you're listening to this. If you're listening, thank you very much. I am your host, Luke, and you are the Cheap Shot Nation. And this is Talk is Cheap. This is the podcast that we use to discuss films. At least once a week, I'm getting back on track with those. Expect more than one a week until I'm back in the room. Now, this film came out whilst I was on holiday. I've never been so gutted in my life on a film level, because I would have loved to have gone to see this on opening day. It is Beetlejuice Beetlejuice, the successor to Beetlejuice. And the only way they can go now is by making one that says Beetlejuice 3 times. And no, I'm not silly enough to actually say that out loud. Although it would be pretty cool to have Michael Keaton appear in my house. But Beetlejuice Beetlejuice is a film directed by original director Tim Burton. And it is starring Michael Keaton, Winona Ryder, Catherine O'Hara, and of course the toast of the town, Jenna Ortega. Also stars Willem Dafoe as Wolf Jackson, a character that is a afterlife detective, so to speak. Really well played by him, actually. I really like the character. I love the silliness of this film as well. It really does capture the original essence of Beetlejuice, right down to them rebuilding the house as a set for this film. And even though the exposition is a little bit longer than it actually needed to be, there is a new story underlying here. And it does follow Beetlejuice and his ex-lover. So after an unexpected family tragedy, 3 generations of the Dietz family, Lydia's family, return home to Winter River. Still haunted by Beetlejuice, Lydia's life is turned upside down when her rebellious teenage daughter, Astrid, discovers the mysterious model of the town in the attic, and the portal to the afterlife is accidentally opened. With trouble brewing in both realms, it's only a matter of time until someone says Beetlejuice's name 3 times and the mischievous demon returns, and to unleash his very own brand of mayhem. The juice is loose. Right, so let's start with Lydia Dietz. She has made a name for herself as sort of a ghost hunter, if you like. Goes into houses, can still see ghosts, has that ability like she had before. She is married to the creator of, or getting married to the creator of said program, and he is called here, hold on. Getting there. He's called Rory, and he's played by Justin Theroux. It also has Monica Bellucci in this film as Beetlejuice's ex-lover, as mentioned earlier on. And that is the underlying story. It's this witchy character that was due to marry Beetlejuice and, bring the 2 souls together. Well, Beetlejuice decided they didn't want that, and left her. Um, and she's come back now to get her revenge on Beetlejuice. Meanwhile, Beetlejuice finds out that Lydia is getting married, so he enacts a plan to make sure that he gets married to her first, thusly saving her and him. Is it going to happen? Who knows? But it's really cool because the house, like I said, the set was rebuilt, but there's new sort of things here. Like it's still really weird. Like the family is still really weird. Like there's a veil over the house, but it's strangely cool. Like really strangely cool. Then you've got the teenage love story that always seems to be a thing. Um, Jeremy convinces not Lydia, Astrid Dietz, played by Jenna Ortega, to do something for him. And again, leads to more mayhem. One thing I really love about this film, actually, and I didn't think I'd love it this much, not only the silliness and the little nods here and there, but obviously three of the original cast, brilliant. The way they write out one of the original cast members because they're not with us anymore. The afterlife is really interesting. Bob is the overall star of this film. Let's not forget that. And yeah, it's just really interesting how they do things and how they do things slightly differently. Like one of the characters in the afterlife, because if you've seen the original one, you always get the characters in the afterlife. And one of the characters is a fire burnt Santa, obviously got stuck up the chimney, and he's still waiting in there from Christmas, which I thought was hilarious. But not only that, the costumes, the makeup, it's all physical. And then there's also a return of the sandworms. Now, they don't appear very often, but it's done in such a way that makes them look like they did way back in the original Beetlejuice. Now, that's pretty darn cool. That is pretty darn cool, right? They could have made them more modern. They could have done it in more modern techniques. And realistically, they probably did do it in modern techniques, but it still looks like it's claymation. And that, to me, was so cool. It is a clear labour of love for Tim Burton, is this film. And I hope they don't make any more. I hope they're just going to leave it as it is and leave it as a double bill. Because I mean, it's perfect. I really enjoyed this film. I've seen people that don't or haven't enjoyed this film. Um, but ultimately, if you're a fan of the first film, I would definitely recommend this one. It's got, like I say, a lot of nods to the first one. Michael Keaton chews the scenery. He's so good, and it felt quintessentially 80s. It almost like it hadn't gone 3 decades without being a thing. And yeah, like I say, apart from the setup being a bit long and the ending being a bit short, it's a decent film. Decent film. And it's a very entertaining sequel and an excellent time because, just a unique style that only Tim Burton can bring. If it was any other director, I'm not sure that I would have enjoyed it as much as I did. And that's saying a lot about Tim Burton. He's got a lot of franchises that he could go back to, and this is almost like a Stephen King moment, isn't it? But yeah, like I say, hope they don't do any more with it. But Beetlejuice is definitely worth a crack if you're a fan of the first film. And with that, this is number 298 on the Cheap Shot podcast timeline. Join us for number 299 as we move towards 300. And I will see you next time. Goodbye.
Hiya.